How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? This is the little Timmy back at you with some more of the forest. Now today we're going to be doing something a little bit different than our normal Let's Play. We're going to be going through and getting all of the essential tools needed to, kind of get your base set up and ready to start pursuing the storyline and retrieving your son. So as you can see, we started out with our down plane right by the cockpit, kind of around this little blue waypoint area you can see on the left side of our screen, and we're just going to make our way to our first cave, which is, I believe, cave number 2, and that's where we're going to find ourselves the modern hatchet. Now this place is fairly easy to find. I do recommend you go here first because you'll get your hands on a buttload of dynamite, and that's going to be real important for our upcoming scavenger hunt for the rest of the tools. Now, if you haven't already heard of the forest map, I don't know if it's .com, .org, all you gotta do is just type in Google the forest map and it'll pop up with a map. On the left side of the screen just disappeared a second ago. That is actually a snipping of the map. But you're gonna want to go through that village that you saw on the map and just make your way through the cave, and it'll be extremely dark. Now you might want to pull out your axe just in case there are some natives. I'm not quite sure if there are any in this one. There might be 2, I think, tops. Oh, yep, definitely. I hear them. So we're gonna go ahead and get rid of these guys first, and then we can make way with getting our axe. It's not too deep into the cave, so just bear with me. Let's get rid of this guy. And once you're through dealing with the indigenous, you're gonna want to kind of hug the right side of the cave. Make sure this bitch is dead first. But yeah, you're gonna hug the right side of the cave. There's gonna be a little rappel line. You see those 2 lights? It's gonna be the one on the right. So go ahead and go down that rappel line, and it should take you exactly where we need to be. And there should be a good amount of cloth, meds, some dynamite, and even your modern hatchet, which is gonna be right at the end. Hang on, let me grab all these things first. Be sure to grab a whole bunch of soda, stock up for the run for the rest of these tools. So when you're done perusing down by the modern hatchet, you're going to want to make your way out the same exact way you came through that cave, and go ahead and just look at the left side of the screen. You'll see where you need to go. The cave on the bottom is cave 2. The top one is the cave where you need to go, and that is just south of the cockpit. As you can see, when you get to the clearing, there'll be a whole bunch of water, bodies of water, and it's pretty hard to miss. It's a good view just in case you're having some extra trouble, but let's get to it. Let's go in. Okie dokie, so this cave's a little bit more extensive. When you're going to go down, you're going to land in some water. You just keep going forward, and you're going to hit this rope. Go ahead and climb up that rope, and you're going to want to head left. There's going to be a nice little fork in the road, and it's going to sound like there's hostiles on the right, but go ahead and go left and follow the planks down until you hit some teeth, and then crouch, and you'll get to the clearing where you'll find yourself the katana and a whole bunch more supplies. Now, when I first discovered this spot, I thought it was only the katana here, a whole bunch of watches, and a whole bunch of cash. But it turns out that just behind the site, when you're done looting everything, there is actually a flashlight right back here behind these wooden planks, just kind of hidden away for no one to find. And I was just absolutely ecstatic when I found this. I thought it was in a completely different cave, but turns out you got yourself a plastic torch right here. So go ahead and pick that up, and you'll have that with you for the rest of the game. It does need batteries, so you're going to have to find those. Okay, so you're going to want to head back to where we started in the beginning of this cave, where it kind of forks and there's hostiles to the right. You want to go ahead and go right and run past them, and just keep going and don't look back unless you want to potentially die. So you're going to keep moving up here. Just keep jumping, and when you get up here and climb down, sorry, not climb down this rope, it's just going to keep taking you up and farther until you drop down into some water. Don't worry, it does take a while. You're going the right way. Now you're going to come to another split in the road where you see these cans of soda. Go ahead and pick up more soda, and then go ahead and go right. And now this is going to take you down a long corridor, down into some more water. Careful, there might be hostiles. Sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't, but we're going to go ahead and make our way through. Go ahead and break these guys. Now, when you break these guys, there is going to be an 8-armed dude that is aggroed because he heard you do those things, so don't freak out. You're going to want to go by him, go to the left, and go down this rappel rope. Now, the fight is not over. The 8-armed guy is going to jump down. You're going to hear him here in a second. The solid we go, he landed. So we're gonna hear him down here, we're gonna wait a second, and then we're just gonna book it and run. Ready, go, 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 move! So you just want to keep running, keep following the water, keep jumping along the rocks, stick to the left side of the cave, and just keep making your way through these small areas. Now this is going to open you up to this giant cavern with these whole bunch of tents. Now you can either decide to kill the hostiles or not. I kind of dance around with them and avoid killing all of them, and just blow up these little rocks that are behind the campsite. Now, there's not anything special you have to do other than just simply lighting the dynamite and throwing it. Sometimes it can prove to be hard if you don't kill the guys beforehand, because if they hit you like that, it can glitch out and not throw. But if you decide to kill them, the rocks actually prompt you to place down dynamite, or you can just rush and throw it like I did. But when you do that, go ahead and make your way down this rappel. It's going to be a little wimpy one, and then you'll go to another one and grab those bullets that are right there in that little disgusting carcass thing. Progressing through the cave, and if you see that you've hit the cavern with the glowworm ceiling, then you are definitely in the right place. Now this thing actually splits off. You see the light to the right, and there's a giant hole to the left. First we're going to go to the right, and where that light is shining is where you're going to find the climbing axe. And now you're going to want to just kind of slide down. You don't have to go down the rappel rope. I kind of found that out right here. You can just slide your way down and shimmy. We're going to go ahead and grab that axe and, you know, run past these guys because we're pacifists. And there's no need for any trouble. Okay, so once you go ahead and pass these guys, here's the giant hole I'm talking about. Just go ahead and hug the right. There's nothing too worth it down there. There's a handful of suitcases, but that's about it. There is a little gap up here that you're going to have to bridge, but go ahead, just jump over it. Use the body to bounce kind of off. You will hit that rock. And don't worry, I'm pretty sure if you land in the water you won't die, but if you do, you're going to die. Go ahead and run past that cannibal and those babies, and we'll come up to this rope right here. Now, once you make your way up the rope, you want to keep progressing through the cave until you get to this little squeeze area, and that's going to lead you to a campsite on the side of the quarry. Now, go ahead and do what you need to do, set up base camp, make some food, but when you're done with that, go to the right and walk alongside the cliffside. Try not to fall. Go ahead and squeeze through here. Now watch out, there is going to be babies posted. If you wait a little longer, sometimes they will aggro to you and hug the crevice where you come in, and sometimes might instant down you, but sometimes not, like this. If you just run through and get what you need to get and then get going, then you should be fine. But make sure these guys are dead. Oh, those guys are ugly. Look at them. They're so fat. They're like potato babies. But if you look right in front of this tent, voila, there is the chainsaw. Now this tool is the best for constructing a base. Now there is an additional tool that is optional to get, and that is the machete. If you look down here, there is a helicopter, and the machete is located right at the crash of the helicopter. Now that would take a lot of time to maneuver down there, and it takes a specific climbing technique, so I'm not going to have enough time in this video, so I will make an additional video showing you how to get it. But if you want to get up out of the quarry, just go ahead and use your climbing axe on the wall right here, and go ahead and make your way out. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.